Well, this a little bit better, maybe?
Pretty darn close. Let's go with it.
Let's do it. All right. Good evening, folks. This is K5LYN. My name's Lynn. And I think Jay is out today, so Rusty's going to be helping me out, and maybe others. Maybe there'll be some volunteers. Let me go all the way back to the beginning of single sideband. Back in 1951, when General Eisenhower was figuring on being president someday, Wes Shum in Chicago was trying to make a commercial single sideband exciter. One had never been sold commercially before. Some guys had been working on them in their shacks, building some homebrew rigs, but he finally put together this Central Electronics 1A. Generates about 10 watts, phasing type of single sideband, and I figured out how to use a transceive adapter that I designed, such that the RF out of a Drake R4 series receiver will be the VFO for this Central Electronics exciter, and that 10 watts is driving what I used to have as a night kit CW novice rig. Now it's a one-tube amplifier, and that in turn is driving the Drake L4B up to about 500 watts. And I don't want to talk too long here because I'll need to re-zero beat before very long. So let's pick up some stations here. If you got buy-sell trades that are vintage related, why, they're appropriate here. W5TS. Hey, Scott, you still lurking over there? How about it? K5LYN.
Good evening, Lynn and the Net, W5TS. Scott, I'm doing well. I'm on a Kenwood 520 and an MC60 Kenwood Dex mic into a dipole. So I'll cut it short and let you get on with it. And Lynn, talk to you later. W5TS.
Very nice signal, Scott. And you probably heard I'm going to be gone for a couple of weeks, leaving for the Slidell Hamfest tomorrow. Then from there we're going to Ohio, where my wife's family all is. And we hadn't been up there since the plague started, so we're making up for lost time here. So I'll be gone for a while. Moving on, KE5Q. Jim, talk to us. K5LYN.
Yeah, K5LYN and the Net. This is KE5Q, Jim in Plano. Just enjoyed seeing many of you at Belton. We had a good time, didn't we, Robert? We had a good time there. So tonight I am on the SB 104, Sugar Baker 104 Alpha, solid state. From what I understand there, this was they started selling this in 1974, just before Christmas, and they made it up until the early 80s. And I'm driving my SB 200 that I actually built when I was in college, and that was a long time ago. And that's going into the Double Bazooka 8040, and I'm using a Shure 444 Delta on here tonight. So, again, great seeing everybody. We had a blast. K5LYN, KE5Q.
Outstanding, strong signal, Jim. Great to see you up at Belton. And you're sounding good tonight. Okay, I'm going to jump around here before I pick up DPP, DKOJB, and Y5T and all that. Let me talk to my neighbor, KF5CCN. Hey, Brian, talk to us, K5LYN.
Hello, Lynn. Hello, everyone on the net, KF5CCN. Hello, Robert. I used to talk to you years ago on AM, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Good to hear you in there. Yeah, just sitting over here relaxing. The Grapevine Pass, I think that helped a little bit. Was not going to put the DX60 online tonight because it will not make it. I'm going to make it on SSB as it is. Low power, low carrier on the with the DX60 going into the amplifier, and 80 meter dipole is not quite going to make it. So we'll wait on that one. But right now, we're on a rice box, AC450D, going through a little Behringer to make up for the inadequate EQ built into the radio. Going through a Heathkit SB201, about 550 watts or so, if you can believe power meters, and going through, and Lynn, you've seen this, going through about 100, from an antenna dipole, about 130 feet of very, very thin, I'm thinking 32, 34 gauge, stainless steel stranded, non-uncoated fishing wire for an antenna, and it seems to get me out okay. So anyway, that's what's going on over here. Not much. I'll send it back to you, the K5LYN and KF5CCN.
I'd say it's doing a pretty good job. No issues. Sounding good, Brian. Good to hear you. All right, let's see if Sammy wants to talk. DPP, how about Sammy, K5LYN?
Well, good evening, Lynn. Everybody on the net. I'll just get in here and say howdy there. We're just listening. I don't have any Boat Anchor stuff on tonight. So, good evening, everybody. Had a great time at Belton. Look forward to the next time. W5DPP.
Yes, we will. I'm already planning for it. And we got a long wait, but not as long as we had to wait for this one, so we were glad to get together. All right, N50JB. Hey, how about it, Denver, K5LYN? Well, you have to be quick. Denver must be down the hall. DK, Don?
No, Denver's here, N50JB. I just had to get to the microphone.
Okay, talk to us, Denver. You're sounding good.
All right. I'm talking to you on the S-line, winged emblems, 32S1, 75S1, 312B4 speaker console, and driving my NCL 2000 into an inverted V outside. And somewhere about 800 to 900 watts cutting back on stuff. Sometime at about 1,000. N50JB, and back to you, Lynn.
It's talking up a storm, Denver. It sounds great. Great to see you up at Belton, and glad you got that national amplifier back, because you're the only guy that ever has one. Anything else for the net this evening?
That's it. I hope those elements work.
Haven't had a chance to check them out, and I'm off to Ohio for a couple of weeks. As soon as I get back, that'll be the project. Great to hear you. Great to see you. Hey, W5DK, Don?
Yep, good evening, Lynn. In Denver, I gave a little belt kit to one of the grand boys when they came by looking for a cassette player. Anyways, Don's here from Spring Branch, north of San Antonio. Now I'm on my TR4 and an L4 amp, Ultramax antenna. Same old system. Good to see everybody. Had a great time at Belton. And sorry to hear about Mike getting hurt. I saw him several times and visited on some things. So I have to reach out to him. And I'll get back to you, Lynn. Thanks for running the net and everybody. WF5DK.
Yeah, he must be born under the wrong side, sign this week or something like that. Tough on his end. We hope things straighten out. Great to see you, Don, and you're sounding great tonight. WI5T, Bill, you still there somewhere? All right. Maybe not. AF5XF. Matt, do I have that right? K5LYN.
That is correct. AF5XF. Sitting here on a Drake TR4 with a D104 chicken choker. I'm getting about 225, looks like, on voice peak. All y'all got great signals, and I got a Swan 350 on my project list. That's all I got to say, so back to net. K5LYN, AF5XF.
Yeah, it's working fine. Hey, have we talked to you before? If so, I have forgotten.
I have been on here before, but this is the first time with a Drake.
All right. Nice work on your part. Keep us posted on the other projects. All right, how about my friend Tom, KC5L? What do you say, Tom? I might have gotten the jump on Tom. We'll come back to him. Dan, KWOZ.
Good evening, Lynn, and all the Boat Anchor people here. This is Dan, KWOZ, downtown Sanctuary City of Houston. There's bad news everywhere. I got robbed today, but we survived it anyway. Running a Swan 350. Thing's putting out about 350 watts, maybe a couple more. And the microphone's a Shure 444D. No amplifier tonight. They got that upstairs. Maybe I'll hook it up next week, but I finally got this radio going, and it seems to settle down a bit. It'll start moving now, I'm sure. Antenna's just an inverted V at about 42 feet. Thanks for letting us in, Lynn, KWOZ.
Swans are hard to beat. The last one I had was a 500, and it was a whopper of a transceiver. Nice work on your part, Dan. It's doing a good job. Let's back up and see if Tom's there. KC5L. Tom, how about it?
Hey, good evening, Lynn, and everyone on the Boat Anchor set. This is Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And, yeah, I had the function switch in the wrong position when you called me earlier. Sorry about that, a little operator error. Tonight we're talking on the Central Electronics 200B with a D104 microphone and striving 600L amplifier, doing about 300 watts into a Johnson KW Matchbox, and a homebrew doublet up about 15 feet, and we're listening on the R390A. And that's about it for me this evening, Lynn. So your 10A sounded good here, so back to you, KC5L.
Okay, Tom. Hey, I've talked to Nick a couple of times. You know, we're headed his way tomorrow, and he does have my Central Electronics 600L ready. I'm super excited about it, so we're going to join you with all Central Electronics transmitter here in another couple of weeks. Over.
Roger, Roger. I can imagine you're looking forward to that, and I hope everything works out. And hope you have a safe trip also, KC5L.
Yeah, cross all fingers and toes. It's scary these days. All right. Hey, Jim, you want to talk to us now? What about it? KB5ZIV. How you doing? Great to see you up at Belton.
Hey, it was good to see everybody up at Belton. We had a good time, and hopefully everybody else had a good time. Anyway, this is KB5ZIV. I'm on a solid state boat anchor. This thing will, to pick it up out of the rack is, it's a job. Anyway, it's a FT1000D. It goes into the big Ameritron amplifier. Then it goes through my big tuner out there to the ladder line fed double extended ZEP. Hopefully everything's working good this evening. It sounds all right on the other radio. So anyway, all you guys that came in, we appreciate it. We had such a blast. I got wore out. I finally had to just go sit down. But anyway, Lynn, it was good to see you and everybody else. Back to you, brother.
Yeah, great show. Looking forward to it already, and we got to wait these 6 months, but we'll get by. Nice work on that station, Jim. Any other projects in the works on your end?
Well, I'm working on a couple of Clipperton L's, and then I'm going to go to the 101s. By the way, guys, if y'all dig around in your junk box and you got some AM filters for the old FT101 series, I'd love to hear from you. And my email's good on QRZ, even though the internet's down for the moment. They're working on the roof of the house, but I'll get back with you if y'all got, something like that laying around. I could use them. That's about all I got, Lynn.
Outstanding, Jim. Hope somebody comes through for you. Keep us posted. All right, I heard a call a while ago, KF5CYW. Sir, you still there? K5LYN. All right, moving on. Hey, Kenneth, AG5XP, talk to us.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn, for picking me up. Everybody on the net sounded great tonight, and glad everybody had a great time at the Belton Ham Fest. But tonight I'm on an old helicopter HT-32A and got the matching 33A amplifier, and currently listening to you on a TS-530 with got a D104 microphone going out of G5 RV antenna, and that's what we got here in Central Texas in a little town called Brownwood. Back to you, Glenn. AG5XP.
It's doing a nice job, Kenneth, and we know you're the guy that can make them work better than most. Always enjoy talking to you. A lot of expertise on your part there. All right, KC0OW, my friend Scott, talk to us. K5LYN.
Okay, Lynn, good evening to you and everybody on the Boat Anchors Net. This is Kilo Charlie Zero, Oscar Whiskey, Scott up here in the Oklahoma City area. I'm on one of the other ham radio pioneers' rigs tonight. You're on the West Sham. I've got Leo Meyerson's rig here going tonight, the old Galaxy 5. It's not a Mark II or a Mark III, it's just a straight Galaxy 5. It was the first one that I have refurbished. I've recapped it, replaced some resistors that were a little questionable in it. So we got one of them going. We got another one on the bench here already. But this is a Galaxy 5 running a pair of 6 Hotel Foxtrot 5s. We're using a Heathkit hand mic. And the power supply, I've refurbished one of those too to get it going here. So we've got the AC35 going, and everything tested good, and she seems to be playing pretty good. We're running a inverted V up at about 81 feet. So Lynn, you're sounding real good on your Central Electronics 1A, I believe you said, and driving that into a modified night kit. You know, I've got a couple of these night kit T60s, the old I call them a shoebox radios because they're about the size of a shoebox. A couple of these T60s here I need to get going. So, anyway, back to you here. We're warming things up here with these, holy mackerel's getting warm here on the top of this Galaxy. Back to you, KC0 Oscar Whiskey.
Okay, Scott, two things. Yeah, this is the night kit before what you're talking about, and people have called it a T50, but there never was a T in there. It was just their 50-watt transmitter. It's a cube-shaped gray box here. Hey, and one other thing, since you're in Galaxy territory, I have a Galaxy 300. I'd love to get on the air, but some fool drilled a bunch of holes in the front panel. I can't stand to look at it. If you see a front panel for a Galaxy 300 around, keep me posted, will you?
Okay, I sure will, Lynn. By golly, you just don't run into those anymore unless you're looking way... those are usually the ones sitting on the concrete. You know, they're not on the tables at the Hamfest. They're on the concrete. So, yeah, we'll keep our eyes open there. Over.
Yeah, well, gold and black trim never went together too well, the kind of ugliness, but in fact they're great functioning radios. I had some 20 years ago and liked them a lot. Anything else on your end, Scott?
That's it there, Lynn. Sounding good, and thanks for letting me get in here. The old Galaxy 5's plugging away here, so we got her going. Back to you, KC0W.
Okay, I'm going to talk to WW9W and KA5CXG and WB1E. Then I'm going to give you all a break and not have to listen to this station anymore till I get over on the cheap and easy SSB, and Rusty's going to pick it up here in a minute. WW9W, Robert, talk to us.
All righty. K5LYN and the boat anchors. Good evening to you, Lynn. I'm enjoying listening to it, man. It's sounding good up here. Doing a fantastic job for you. Hello, Brian. Man, you need to get back on AM. I haven't heard from you in a month of Sundays there. Everybody really enjoyed Belton there. I had a fantastic time. Sold quite a bit and just enjoyed ourselves. And Lynn, it was sure good to see you, my friend. Dougie, good to see you. All the guys, Sammy, everybody. And looking forward to March. We've already made our reservation. It's set to go. I'm debating on whether I'm going to take the RV back down again or just stay in the hotel. But I did make reservation just in case. So, hope to see you guys in March. And you guys have a great evening and stay safe. And we'll see you next time. K5LYN. Oh, by the way, I'm on the Drake GR4C using the Shure 450 mic. And I'm running it barefoot. It looks like about 125 watts into the Double Bazooka Ultimac coaxial dipole. Not running a tune or anything. It's pretty... looks like about 1.5 here on 3870. So, back to you, man, and we'll see you next time. By the way, be safe and enjoy your trip. And we will keep, oh my goodness, Mark in our prayers there with he and the wife both. So, back to you, WW9W.
Okay, Robert. Yeah, I'm overdue for my AM operation here. We're going to have to get back in the swing of that because I have a low-power AM station to run into this same Drake L4B. So I'll catch up with you one of these days and we'll talk about it. All right, moving on down the road. CXG. Hey, Bob, you still up there? Talk to us.
Yes, sir. Still out here, K5CXG. Band's kind of going out, but we're still hearing everybody. Everybody sounds good so far. Not much going on here. May get new pieces of equipment here, an amplifier sometime or another. And other than that, sweep tube amp. It's not a full-blown big, I don't want a full-blown one, just one that partially, just a little more power than what I got. Other than that, we're doing good running the 850. We'll probably get the 520 or the 820 out next time. And that's it. Everybody's sounding very good out here, K560.
The signals are great tonight, aren't they? And you're wonderful into Austin. Good to hear you, Bob. Nice job on that station. All right, WB1E. Hey, Doug, talk to us. K5LYN.
Hello, everybody in Boat Anchors Net. This is Doug. Tonight, WB1E over here in Bryan, and I'm talking on an inverted V. up at about 75 feet, and a hand wound 4-to-1 Ballon coming on down with some RG213 to the back of an old Henry, helping out a little bit. And let's see, what am I doing? Halo. Yeah, about a KW. And the Swan 500 is number 2 Swan 500. And I have to say, guys, thank you very much for all the kind comments on the quality of the modulation. And I have to say, honestly, you all sound exactly the same. So ain't life wonderful? So moving on, Lynn. Hey, thanks a lot. It was great seeing everybody at Belton. Man, I had a great time. That was probably the biggest Belton that I've ever been to. I never made it inside. I had 3 ladies sitting behind my trading table, and I didn't sell a dang thing. So anyway, all right, Lynn, it was great seeing you too, and Robert, and unmentionable other people. So thumbs up, everybody. Can't wait till the springtime. Lynn, thanks for running the net. It's awesome. And Rusty, I heard you out there, and anybody else helping out. This is WB1E back to net.
Outstanding signal, more crispness in the audio than we usually hear, but still nice work on that station. Doug will be in touch. And yeah, we all had a great time at Belton. We were so overdue. All right, WK5R, Rusty, ready to take charge here? K5LYN.
There's somebody else in there. K5LYN, WK5R. Well, I don't have a list, so I'll just throw it out there. Anyway, I'm running the same old stuff right now, not a boat anchor, but a Kenwood PS590S, the Audio Technica microphone, the Homebrew GS35B amp, and the Homebrew fan dipole at 50 feet. That's where we are, running about 1,300. All right, who's out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now.
WB50.
Hey, go ahead, Don.
All right, so Don, WB50ZZ, running PS520, Heathkit 2200 amp, and an antenna that's 40 feet.
Okay. Kenwood sounds good there. All right. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
W5HTR. Charlie Whiskey.
Okay. I got 2 there. Go ahead, Fred.
Yeah, okay. Good evening, all. W5HTR and Richardson here, talking on my TR4 with a little bit of help from an FL2000B. Antenna's an inverted V at about 36 or 37 feet. And the mic is a Shure 444 Delta. And did enjoy Belton. Sorry I missed you, Lynn. Missed seeing you. I didn't see you or Jim. Did run into Rusty. We left a little early on Saturday, and Friday evening I stopped by the cooker and did see Jay, but apparently I just missed you. Well, perhaps we'll get together next time. And if Scott's still listening, I'll say hello to him up in Edmond. It's good to hear you on again. So go back to you, Rusty. W5HTR. Sounding good, Fred.
What was that?
Sounding good, Fred. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Go to see me.
Scott. Okay, there was a Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey, I believe it was. Go ahead.
November Alpha 5 Charlie Whiskey.
Okay, that was what it was. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening there, Rusty and everybody on the net. Good to hear it. Beautiful signals tonight. My name is Dave. I'm in Hockley, Texas. I'm on an old TS520 that I picked up in Belton from my good friend Byron. Got her cleaned up and working, and it's a beautiful addition to the shack. Running barefoot here, about 75 watts is all. The antenna is a 160-meter doublet at about 70 feet. And the microphone is just an old Turner desk mic. It's not amplified. It's not a +2 or anything. Just a old Turner mic. So that's the story on this end. And just wanted to say hello to everybody in Belton. It was a great experience. A lot of fun there, guys. Good to see some of you. Back to net.
Okay. Yeah, sounding good there, and nothing wrong with that old microphone there. All right. Who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey 5, Romeo, Juliet, Papa Foxtrot. Whiskey 4, November, Austin.
Okay, W4, NNO, go ahead.
Yeah, this is W4NNO, Marty in Panama City, Florida. Running the Swan 500C tonight, barefoot, and into a homemade bazooka at about 35 foot with a D104 microphone. That's the story here.
Okay, Marty, you coming on across the Gulf there in the with the Swan. Sounds good. Okay, there were two others in there a while ago. I'll try to get y'all now. Come ahead.
November 5, Papa Foxtrot.
No. Oh, go ahead, Phil.
Hey, Rusty. Good to hear you. I didn't make it last week. I'm running the KWM2 barefoot tonight. I've got the Heathkit's been giving me trouble. I think I got a bad relay cable. That's the only thing I haven't checked. Everything's checking out, so I got to change that cable out, and I believe it'll start working again. I'm running a gold line mic on this thing. And inverted B at 50 feet, or about 45 feet actually. By the way, I didn't take any notes. Don't know who the call signs were and the names, but I used to have one of those Heathkit 104s. I had it for several years. That thing was a nice radio, and my first one was the FP101, and I traded it for the 104, and enjoyed it immensely. But anyway, that's the story here, and trying to make things work here. And this is N5PF. Back to net.
Okay, Phil. Now the Collins is working for you there. All right. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey 5, Romeo, Juliet.
Okay, was that Whiskey 5? Was that Romeo, Juliet?
QSL Rusty, Whiskey 5 at Radio Japan, Raton, New Mexico. Over.
Okay, go ahead out there and Raton.
Hey, thanks, Rusty. D104 here, pounding into an SB102 Heathkit. Got a Heathkit SB220 going through with that to SA2060 tuner and into a Skyloop today. Over.
Roger. Well, the Heathkit 102 is doing the job there. Appreciate you checking in. Anything else for the net?
No, sir. Just wanted to check in. Thanks, Rusty. 73, Whiskey 5, Romeo, Juliet.
All right. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey Bravo 5, Charlie Papa Kilo.
Oh, was that Little Yellow Taxi?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Good evening, Rusty. This is Robert, K5LYT, Yellow 15, Little Yellow Taxi, Corpus Christi, Texas. Late getting in here because I had a cable disconnected to the receiver. It took a while to find it. I'm on a helicopter station tonight. Barefoot is the HG44, D104 mic, and the SX117 receiver. Back to net.
Okay. Well, that little helicopter station is working. I've got a little bit of QSB going on there from something. Don't know what it is, but I got it all. All right. Appreciate you checking in there. Okay, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey Bravo 5, Charlie Papa Kilo.
Okay, something ending in Foxtrot Whiskey. Go ahead.
Whiskey Delta 5, Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey. First time on the net. Copy, over.
Copy you fine. Go ahead.
Roger. Name is Rick, Romeo India Charlie Kilo. I'm in Round Rock. I was up at Belton, and I picked up a nice little TS530S that I'm on, checking it out tonight for the first time on the Boat Anchors net. Instead of running into an auto tuner and ST220 to kind of keep an eye on the audio, and the antenna's an older butternut, but seems to be working okay. How's it sound out there? Back to you, over.
Oh, it sounds just fine up here. Band's acting up just a little bit there, but like I was telling the previous one, got a little bit of QSB going on. It's going up and down for some reason. Don't know why. But It sounds fine there. Anything else?
No, that's all. I just wanted to check into the net and make sure this thing was working, and it seems to be a pretty sweet little net. I've got a Swan 700CX I'm working on, probably have it up here in a week or two, and I'll give it a try. Thank you very much. Appreciate you signing into the net. Have a good evening, WK5R, Rusty, WD5FEW.
Okay, appreciate you checking in there. We'll look forward to hearing that Swan when you get her going. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey 9, Bravo, Mexico.
W9BM, go ahead.
Well, good evening, everybody. I haven't checked into this net in about 15 years or so. Name is Jim, Jake Ida Mike. We're in Georgetown, Texas. And tonight we're running a Heathkit HW101 that we picked up at Dalton. And just dusting it off a little bit. Good to hear the net so active. I don't recall it being this active way back when. So back to you, W9BM. Go ahead.
Okay, well, the HW101 is sounding good there. Appreciate you checking in. Okay, who is next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey Bravo 5, Charlie Papa Kilo.
WB5, Charlie Papa Kilo. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jim in Victoria, and we're running the Collins S-Line with 30L1 and Shure 444 microphone. So that's about it. Having a little trouble with the 75S3 receiver. It keeps drifting on me. Just got the transmitter going, but now the receiver's acting up. So anyway, good to hear everybody. WB5CPK.
Okay. Oh, well, the Collins S-Line transmitter sounds good. Catch you next time. Okay, I'll take a few more, then I'll take a breath and get back to Lynn there. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
W5ZZT.
W5ZZ Tango, is that correct?
Yep, you got it. Good evening. This is Whiskey 5 Zulu Tango Harold up here in Dallas area, and I'm on a Drake B line tonight, hopefully a little closer on frequency. I did a little carrier oscillator alignment this week, so hopefully that helped out some. Just running barefoot, Shure 444D mic and a inverted V up about 50 feet. So I think name's Rusty on that end. Back to you, W5ZZT.
You are correct. That is my name, and the Drake B line. It sounds like your own frequency because I'm on a modern radio, and you sound right. So I think you got her there. Appreciate you checking in. All right, I'm going to do one or two more, and then I'm going to let Lynn take a shot at it. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
KE5ARQ.
KE5ARQ, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. This is James over in Floresville, Texas, running the Kenwood TS830S, the TL922A, talking on the Shure 444 mic, and inverted V about 40 feet. That is about it. KE5ARQ back to net.
Okay, Kenwood sounds good there. Appreciate you checking in. All right, I'm going to get one more, and then I'm going to have Hope Lynn's ready there. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Uh-oh, I didn't draw anybody that time. K5LYN, WK5R. You ready again, Lynn?
Well, I don't know. What do you make of it, Rusty? Am I in the ballpark here? K5LYN.
Yep, you're in the ballpark. Go ahead.
All right, folks. Well, this is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin. I have changed stations since the beginning of the net. This is a modern version of a transmitter that was designed way back in 1956 QST called Cheap and Easy SSB, built on the chassis of a military aircraft radio, BC-458. And this one was built in the 21st century based on that old design, and it's an absolutely beautiful piece by KG7TR of a homebrew phasing type single sideband transmitter. And I'm using it to drive the Johnson Viking Courier. Looks like we got about 500 watts going out here. And it's made it up to a homebrew single sideband receiver built out of octal 8-pin tubes, 8-pin tube sockets and tubes. Mike, who also built this, KG7TR, likes to call this the Octal Mania receiver because all the tubes are 8-pin tubes.
Anyway, this is a totally homebrew station, and let's see if anybody out there can hear me. This is K5LYN, Lynn and Austin calling and listening. Well, now, you guys over in Mississippi, Louisiana, hey, you guys in Louisiana are having a Hamfest tomorrow, and I'm headed your way over in Slidell. Looking forward to it. And what about Arkansas and Mississippi? We usually hear you guys. How about it? Anybody out there? K5LYN. Well, it's a great net. We may have covered the territory. What do you think, Rusty?
We might have. You want me to give her one more shot, and if nobody comes back in, we'll shut her down?
I guess so. I got to talk on this radio a little bit. People wouldn't have had to chase it around like the 1951 station I was on a while ago. But, we've covered the territory. It sounds like, yeah, give it one last shot.
Okay. Is there anybody else out there that we've missed that hadn't checked in yet, or somebody that just come on frequency and wants to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now.
Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Charlie Oscar.
Kilo Charlie 4, Foxtrot Charlie Oscar. Go ahead.
Roger. I've got a lot of noise on this band tonight, but I've got about a 9 oil level, but you're getting in here with about a 10.
Okay. Where are you located, and what kind of station are you running tonight?
I'm located in Dyer, Tennessee, about 35 miles north of Jackson, and running a FT DX10 and a double bazooka.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. What you stumble on is Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Most of us are running the old glow-in-the-dark radios, but modern radios are welcome if you're interested in what we're doing here. Appreciate you checking in. You're sounding good down here in North Texas.
Roger. You've got good signals being North Texas. We've got storms all around us here in the middle part of the state, and it's some on the west side of us in Arkansas that's coming on in, so we may have a good night.
That's possible. Okay, we appreciate you checking in. I'm going to see if there's any more out there. We're always winding the net down because we ain't getting any takers there. Appreciate you checking in, and come on back next Wednesday night at 7:30. All right, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? We're getting ready to close her down. Come now. There's one there, but I can't copy it. Anybody got a copy on him?
Relay,
go ahead.
Yeah, it's Whiskey Alpha Zero, Papa Mike Foxtrot. This old Galaxy 5 is hotter than a $2 pistol on the receive end. Go ahead.
Roger. Well, go ahead and pick him up there and see what he's running there, and let us know.
Okay, that's Russ up in South Dakota running a Heath kit. It sounded like he said a V100, but I think he's probably on a SB100 Heath kit receiver. Russ, barefoot up in South Dakota, running about 100 watts there, over.
Oh, Roger, okay. Appreciate you checking in up there, Russ, and if you had a little bit of an amp to go with that, I bet we'd hear you down there. I could hear you, but I couldn't make out what you were saying. Anyway, thanks for checking in. And thanks for the relay there, Scott. Okay, anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net before we shut her down? Come now.
Kilo Charlie 5, November Papa Charlie.
Kilo Charlie 5, November Papa Charlie. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not on the boat anchor tonight. Just was listening in. I wanted to hear what AG5 XP Kenny had on tonight.
So I've been listening in here. This is Kilo Charlie 5, November, Papa Charlie Hubert out in San Angelo on the 7300 XP, the Heathkit SB 1000 off Centerfed Dipole tonight. But I'll be back on the boat anchor one of these nights. KEC5 NPC, over.
Okay, thank you for checking in there, Hubert. We'll catch you next time. All right. One more time. Anybody else left out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Edward David X-Ray.
Okay, I got an Echo Golf, and I've got Byron. Go ahead. Go ahead, Byron.
Okay there, Rusty. This is WA5EDX in beautiful Bluffdale. Had to rewire my old mic on this Swan 350 before I could get on. That's why I'm so late checking in. Sorry about that. So we're putting out roughly 100 watts, a little over 100 watts on this old Swan 350, of course running barefoot. And up into the old inverted V. Sure enjoyed seeing everybody Friday and Saturday in Belton. Got home, got unloaded all the junk I traded for. And we're just lucky it didn't rain on us very much, or not at all. So, shout out to Dave down there on my whole TS520. Dave, you're running close to 20 over up here in Bluffdale tonight, sounding good. Maybe I'll buy that rig back, or trade back for it, I guess that's all I have today, other than I did go in and get my Pfizer booster yesterday, so I've been kind of puny and dragging today. I even checked my temperature. I was running a 99.4, so I guess I'm getting a good reaction. Maybe I'll never get COVID, right? Anyhow, get out there and get your shots, guys. Back to you, Rusty. W5EDX.
Okay, Byron. The radio's working. It sounds a little narrow. It may be the microphone you're using. I don't know. But it's a little narrow. But it is working. Appreciate you checking in there. Okay, there was one more there. And I forgot what the letters on it was. That other station, come now.
Kilo 5 Bravo Echo Golf.
Okay, Bravo Echo Golf. Go ahead.
Kilo 5 Bravo Echo Golf. Hey, I just run the wire through the trees. Never been on HF before. This is my first time. You guys sounded great. I just thought I'd see if I could get out on this closed wire I stuck through the trees. I'm really excited to start listening to you guys. Enjoyed it. Kilo 5 Bravo Echo Golf, Grapevine, Texas.
Okay, thank you for checking in. Whatever you're on there is sounding pretty good there. My band's trying to play tricks on me. I don't know what it is, but it is.
Hey, Rusty.
Anyway, appreciate you checking in. All right. Last call. Anybody out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now.
Hey, Rusty.
Yes, sir.
Let's find out where BEG is located.
He's in Grapevine.
Grapevine. Okay, thank you.
Okay, anybody else? Last call for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Come now. I hear nobody, so this is WK5R with the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Appreciate everybody checking in. Jay wasn't here tonight, but Lynn and I were work through it. And Lynn and I and Jay, when he's here, we know what it takes to keep these old things on our air, so y'all keep up the good work. We'll look for you next week. This is WK5R, now closing the Boat Anchors Unlimited net and returning the frequency to normal amateur views.
Thank you, Rusty. K5LYN.
You're welcome. Boy, I got a bunch of check-ins.
Yeah, great net, really, a bunch of people.
How many?
I don't know who that was, but Dick Gideon is the ones way up north, except for the Russ up in South Dakota.
Rusty, you probably heard I won't be here for a couple of weeks. We're going to Slidell, then up to Ohio. So I'll see y'all 2-3 weeks from now. K5LYN.
Okay. Me and Jay will try to hold down the fort.
Well, that second rig you were on Lynn, sounded just as good as the first one. Like that other fellow was saying, when you're on an old rig like what I've got here, everybody sounds about the same. Over.
Well, thank you for the report. Yeah, it's kind of tricky jumping from one side of the room to the other and getting everything in order, but we make the best of it, and it's all part of the sport.
Hey, let me ask you something. I'll tell you what, as far as sensitivity goes, nothing beats one of these old Galaxies. How did you like the sensitivity on the 300s? I've never used the 300. I've got 3 of them here, but I've never been on them. Over.
Well, the 300 is just a wonderful radio on 80 meters. It's just beautiful. Smooth AVC, tunes really nicely. You know, great quality. When you get up onto 20 meters, it's not quite as good. And the crystals, the crystal generator, the crystal oscillator for the sideband generators tend to drift off. So sometimes they're kind of hard to get on the air because you can't find a crystal, you know, that'll work with the right frequency there. But on 80 meters, they're a real dream. They're just wonderful.
Yeah, are they? I know they're probably not. You know, it's probably the selectivity is about like they are on this one. Not the best. But how about sensitivity? Is it pretty hot receiver?
Well, I only use mine on 80 meters, and so I don't know. You know, I can say it's great on 80 meters, but going higher, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Okay, Lynn. Good to hear you again. KC0W. Also good to hear Fred out there.
Always good to hear you, Scott. See you later.
Good net, guys. It sounded really good here tonight.
Thank you, Jim, and you're sounding good too.
All right, well, I think I got the right microphone match for this one.
Sound real good up here.
I do.
Yeah, both my rigs move around a little bit, but if we can at least keep them in the ballpark, that'll do.
Oh, yeah, well, it's like a lot of them old ones. Lynn, I'll tap the oscillator and figure the difference, and you can keep it where it needs to go.
Well, like the Central Electronic Station, I don't know if you heard me saying, there's at least, I mean, I've counted, there's 5 different oscillators you're trying to get to stay in the same place, right? Now, this one is just 2, so it's not quite that bad, but when you're tracking 5 of them and trying to get them to work together, it gets kind of shaky.
I do.
I may get some of these Galaxy 5s fixed up and sell them like old Leo Meyerson used to. $10 down, $5 a month there on the revolving plan. Over.
Well, Leo was one of the greatest, you know. He lived to be near 100 years old, didn't he?
Yeah, I think something like that, Roger.
Yeah, he was a great guy. See you all later.